Welcome back to the action at the Women's Series, where we have, of course, seen Fallon Sherrock and Lisa Ashton take titles in the first two events of the weekend. Sherrock seeing off Mikuru Suzuki 5-0 in a dominant display in the final of event 7. Ashton getting the better of Sherrock herself, bringing a 17-match winning streak to an end. With a 5-3 victory to win event 8. So attention now turns to the 9th event of 2021. And we're going to have Yukie Saguchi up next against the 10-time world champion Trina Gulliver. But before that, it is Margaret Sutton against Rebecca Edwards. Sutton has been an ever-present at the Women's Series.
25.
With little success, but full credit to all of the ladies in action for giving it a go. And
25.
Maggie, she couldn't have tried any more. What a final we've just had, Dan. A quick word on that before we get into the
25.
battle here. Well, if this battle for the bull ever ends.
Yeah, well, it's what we want to see, isn't it? And
Bullseye.
as I said during the final, you can argue till you're blue in the face about who you think the best lady player in the world is, but the fact is we've got two who are playing at a brilliant level, knocking lumps out of each other, and it is box office every time they go head-to-head. And thankfully, with the Women's Series, they are going head-to-head a lot. And whichever side of the fence you fall, if you think Sherrock's the #1 or Lisa Ashton's the #1, you're talking about women's darts, you're watching women's darts, you're paying attention to it, you're taking it seriously. And these ladies are getting platforms to show what they can do and incentives when they perform well in terms of spots at the World Championship, the Grand Slam, and big chunks of money available this weekend. So, look, it's a win-win-win-win-win for everybody.
Sutton has appeared, as I was saying, in all of the 12 Women's Series events so far. She's managed to make it to the last 16 on a occasions.
Yeah, she did in the last event as well, actually. One against Jan Robbins and Sharon Godbeer, only lost out to Lisa Ashton. Lisa averaging 91 in that game against her. Margaret Sutton, I did listen to an interview with her recently. I think it's Middlesex she plays for, but I'd have to go and dig it out. It's the Weekly Darts Cast. You can find them. But she has represented her county something like 1 million times. It is an incredibly long county career that she's enjoyed.
Yeah, she was winning tournaments in the early 90s, Dan. Guess what she's won 3 times?
Torremolinos.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ah, the big one.
93, 94 and 1996.
3 times in 4 years in Torremolinos.
100.
Rebecca Edwards got that kind of throwing across her face. Sort of the Bobby George kind of throw. You're sort of lining it up 81. With the other eye. It always looks quite awkward, but it can be quite effective, as Bobby George himself showed.
32. Oh, Margaret, make sure you come back. Yeah, sorry. Just to check, yeah.
Just making sure everybody's walking back the right way. We don't want to be in an Alexander Oreshkin situation. The Russian who famously had no idea or respect 55. For the rules. Edwards is on 150 here, not on 2. Hang on, another in there. Ooh, would have left double 18. Yep. Margaret Sutton has left herself on 170.
103.
She fancied it, you know. She had a right old stare at that treble 20 before taking a 7 for Edwards. So double top.
27.
Well, it's a really wayward last start, allowing Sutton to go at this 110.
'74.
She does have a knack of sort of staring down every target. I thought it was just the 170 she was psyching herself up for, Margaret Sutton, but
game shot.
it's Edwards who gets the leg. And we'll take a look at this sort of pre-shot routine as she comes forward. Get rid of that replay, we don't want to see that. No, she's still there staring. Maybe she's got some kind of sort of camera lenses instead of glasses.
But she might just be withdrawing into her mind palace.
You just need to focus, get a sharp focus before throwing.
41.
Gonna go through, yeah. That's the dartboard. Yes, I'm gonna throw at it, yes. Relatively successfully on this occasion.
60.
A little bit unfortunate to be all around the treble rather than in it.
$77.
Having some success down on the treble 19 is Rebecca Edwards.
$100.
A nice ton from Sutton.
$82.
Early stages of this event, Dan, do you want to hear about some darting history, some things that happened on this darting day?
Oh yeah, go on, give us a what happened on this day, why not?
Jim Fitzsimmons won the Which
100.
City Open in 2016. No, I'm not going to
Everybody knows that.
go into more about that.
We don't know.
What about Mark Webster?
What
winning
about him?
A Players' Championship title on this day in 2010.
Well, that only ever happened
55.
once.
This was the day. I hope he's celebrating somewhere. Beat Richie Burnett in the final.
The all-Welsh final was the only one in PDC history until we saw
95.
Johnny Clayton and Gawain most recently at the World Grand Prix.
Horse.
Now, what's going on here? Andrew Davies, our marker, just having a little check. Is he just correcting a score?
Yeah.
He has been flat out, Andrew, marking every game in this booth.
I think it's just 1 point
27.
difference between what he's got and what they've got. But yeah, it's right now. Probably won't matter much. Sutton looks at tops.
32.
By the way, Colin Osborne also winner of a Players' Championship event.
Oh, that happened more than
Before I
once.
was
That
Rudely
happened, yeah.
interrupted by that referee fella down there.
60.
60 for Rebecca does get her down to a finish, but Margaret Sutton looks at tops.
$30.
Do you fancy it?
No. But she is going to take a big chunk out of this. Not as big as I thought.
Well, doesn't want to take a big chunk out of this. She's taken half of it. Can she finish it off?
8 scored.
The crumbs are left.
78. Could go double-double. I would think treble 18. Well, where's she looking? Well, she was looking at the 18 segment. She hit the 4.
21.
Well, we know where Margaret's looking.
You just don't know how long for. Wake up, Maggie!
Game shot.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. In the double. And she levels up this match. But we had a thrilling final between Sherrick and Lisa Ashton, and for different reasons we've got an equally
27.
exciting contest here.
Starting on the 19s.
72.
For a player who sort of gets to the oche and stares at the board for quite a good long while before throwing, it is very, very difficult to tell where she's going to throw at, Margaret Sutton.
83.
I'm not sure if she's going to start up or down the board.
Just trying to work out what the little the little pouches.
Isn't that a mask?
Oh, it's a face mask.
Oh,
is
it's
it?
a face mask.
Oh, she's pretty proficient at the bottom of the board. Now, you do get players who, in local league tournaments, will always go for treble 19.
95.
Can't be bothered going upstairs.
Well, I'd suggest it might be a good plan.
It's better than hitting the single 19.
Better than hitting a single 20.
That's why she's done it
61.
twice.
I'll get our first winners from the opening
41.
round. Joe Locke has taken out the bins.
He's made himself laugh, ladies and gentlemen.
47.
That was rubbish. Pull
17.
yourself together, Dan.
It's been a long day.
Well, this is a long shot. She'll start on the 19, surely.
45.
But I'm not sure that Dan finished his thought there. There was actually a context to
46.
that pun. Joanne Locke beating Michelle Binns 4-0. She'll take on Fallon Sherrick or Trish Kidd.
45.
It won't do. She can take out the Binns and then the Trish. Doesn't really work.
Just the way this has all been structured.
You're back, are
I'm
you?
back now. Yeah, I'm back. Lisa Ashton had to play a prelim earlier. Managed to come through that 4-0 though. Margaret Sutton. Oh, hello. Okay, double one. Well, I mean, that would have been the most magnificent way to take out 60.
Oh, good attempt from Edwards, and
94.
Sutton smiling in appreciation.
Go on, we going the same route? No, we're going to go conventional one. Fair enough. Down for double 10.
50.
More misses. 25, 15s. Okay, 6. Now it'll be the 15s, I think. Or maybe the 19. Double top.
41.
Didn't give it enough.
So Sutton will have a good look at this double 5. Can't get it though, so a chance then.
6 scored.
For her opponent.
Well, that's a safe one.
No score.
Been here before. Lovely stuff. Using the marker expertly to edge ahead in this first round affair.
Well, she was keen to finish on double one, wasn't she? She tried to do it for a 60 checkout, and in the end, came back and saw that one off Margaret Sutton to go into the lead. And that's with a breaker throw as well. She's starting down in the 19s, and well, we have seen her smash in a 171. If she is missing, she's missing over to the left, and that 7 segment is getting some heavy battering.
Robin Byrne, the other player, already through to the second round. A 4-0 win for the Irish woman against Wales's Natalie Evans. Caroline Breen has just joined her Irish friend,
21.
beating Courtney Hine 4-0. Mem Martin done 4-0 by Sandra Page. Another chapter tomorrow for Mem.
45.
Mandy Smith 3-2 up on Lorraine Hyde. Shock of sorts, I suppose. Anastasia Dobromoslova 1 leg away from beating Holly Meadwell. She leads 3-1, but isn't playing to the standard we would expect from her.
Maggie Sutton's started off this leg going 33.21, then followed it with 1.35.
Edward stepped back in disbelief.
5. $85. 31. 100.
Well, she didn't need to go for this.
30.
But Maggie Sutton could pull out the iconic 127 and game shot here. Treble 19.
20 scored. $42. $137. $36. $82.
Neck and neck, just 1 point in it. Double 16. And there it is, clinical stuff for a 3-1 lead. Well, Margaret Sutton, who did pick up a couple of wins in the 8th event, lost in the first round to Lorraine Winstanley,
60.
who played really, really well in her opening game of the day, but Women's Series 8, she did pick up a couple of wins against Jan Robbins and Sharon Godbeer. She's one leg away from adding to that tally.
30.
Anastasia Dobromyslova has just finished a job against Holly Meadwell 4-1.
99.
Between Gulliver coming next on the live stream. A 10-time world champion taking on Japan's Yukie Sakaguchi.
40.
Yeah, we saw her in the very first game of the day on this stream show that she can mix it. Back at Edwards struggling with a line.
17.
Missing to the left up top and to the right down on the 19s.
85.
Fallon Sherrick's getting a campaign underway.
45.
2-0 up on Trish Kidd over on board 4.
$83.
In contrast to the runs that Sutton has had, Edward has only managed to win a couple of games at the Women's Series this year. A victory against
85.
Sarah Roberts in the last event before losing out to Lisa Ashton. She also enjoyed a win against Emma Smith way back in event 2.
41.
Well, all the confirmed results so
57.
far, as you'd imagine, that the first ones in have all been 4-0 and 4-1, but although this could end up 4-1, it really could be any score the first 4 legs of this.
95.
So Margaret Sutton might have just about edged it, but not by very much. She leaves the 1-2-7 and game shot again. Rebecca Edwards struggling with 30. The line again. That's only 30 scored.
Well, this would be something from Sutton. And she might do it. On the ball.
89.
Match start miss for the 1-2-7 and game shots. But she will return. Yes, she will. And she returns looking at 38. And I think she'll go straight for it.
68.
Well, I'll tell you, that's a good setup shot there. Rebecca Edwards leaves herself on tops.
Straight for it. She likes the treble 19. She doesn't mind it down here. She can use that. But she didn't want to end up there. So Edwards has the opportunity
22
to prolong this opening match.
I do wonder whether it just took a glance off that first start, perhaps. It's not in. It's not in.
Well, borrow Maggie's glasses, Rebecca.
Oh, yeah. Do what Maggie does. Just stare at the board for a good minute or two. We'll give you a clue.
Okay. Double 19. Show her how it's done.
Who scored?
Seen Jose de Souza ditch the specs and still play to an extremely high standard. I say ditch, I think he lost them or broke them or something.
Oh. Stick one in the hole of the 8 and then one straight in the double. It is a 4-1 win for Maggie Sutton, her 3rd win of the day. She's through to round 2.